Anyway, here we are for another installment of Cooking for Dummies. Chef Watson in the Mad Watson kitchen here. Today we're going to do artichokes. We got some fresh ones out of our garden. Show you how to prep it, boil it, and we're going to use a new gadget called the Artichokester and see how that goes. That cores out the heart and everything else. So once that's done, I'm gonna mix up a little dipping sauce and you know, see how this goes. Anyway, glad you're all with us. Let's give it a whirl here. First things first, artichoke. Let's you know, again, always with the sharp knife. Sharp knife is key to all this. And so what we're gonna do is you wanna trim the top off, get rid of all the little pokey bits. Okay, so we're gonna cut through that top part there. Okay, and get rid of that stuff. And then what we'll do is you go around, you take some scissors, and you go around, cut around all the leaves, take all the little barbs off the top of these leaves. And you know, it's a little time consuming, but it is what it is. Now once you got all that done, which I happen to have one right here, done. And so at that point, we take the choke. We have a pot over here with boiling water, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of red pepper flakes, and we drop that in and let that boil for roughly 10-15 minutes. And through the magic of video, we happen to have one that's already done here. Imagine, look at the size of that sucker right there. That's one of our, right out of our garden. There you go. And now, so with this, we're going to start by playing with this this new gadget. See how this sucker works. So it's two parts, or it's actually three parts. The lid, which does nothing, comes with a little scooper, and we'll get to that in a minute. As you can see, it's got like a serrated edge around it, and it's got some saw blades in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this thing. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this in a bowl just because I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen here. So I'm sure there's going to be some leaf falling and all that good stuff. So we're going to take this. You're going to center it with the stem of the choke, and you start turning. And you start turning. And you start turning. Okay, apparently the Artichokester is a big fat failure. Yeah, anyway, at that point, once you get the thing cored and you get your hearts out, you're gonna have plenty of leaves, lots of meat on the leaves. Then we're gonna make a nice dipping sauce. And that all starts with a base of mayo. And we'll start with, you know, pretty good sized squirt of mayo to get started. First ingredient you're going to add to that, a little bit of olive oil. This kind of helps loosen up the mayo. Next is going to be some balsamic vinegar, and that's obviously for some flavor and some taste. A little bit of that. Lemon juice, just a little bit. Too much is going to overpower it, so just give it just a little drop of that. Salt and pepper, obviously that's going to be to taste. A little bit of garlic powder, add a little bit of that in there, obviously for flavor. And again, with the little tiny bit of the cayenne or the red pepper flakes. And we whisk that up. Till it's like a nice, smooth, creamy consistency. And then there you go. You can kind of see it's a nice hue to it. Obviously, we're going to do a little bit of a flavor taste. And I know, first shot, nailed it. All right. Anyway, at that point, hey, take your leaves and start dipping. Obviously, this thing is a total failure, so not exactly sure what we do there, but you know, start pulling your leaves off till you get to the heart. Once you got the heart, slice that sucker up and eat that too. Thanks for joining us here at Mad Watson's Kitchen.